Hello, this is Katronanis, and with me I have Gavarok Sevenor.
Yes, and I'm just some weird person she picked off of the street. No, actually I'm a Let's Player. I'm from a very strange place. It's called Australia. We're in a whole different half of the globe, and our time zones are so damn horrible. Well, what time is it for you?
12:34 a.m.
It's midnight. Right. It's the middle of the afternoon here.
Yes. And do we want to talk about how we found out about each other? Because it is rather difficult.
Well, I suppose yes. And for any of the subscribers watching this who don't know about me, I've just got one simple rule. You can subscribe to me, or I can come to your house with my collection of guns.
Yes, he has a very, very nifty collection of guns.
As you learned about quite a bit about the time you stole my sign-off line.
Yes. I learned all about that.
It was a fun day for us all. You were only in hospital for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's where I've been, everybody.
Yes. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to put her out of action, but she stole my line and justice had to be dealt.
You can't blame him.
No, of course not. Since if you tried to, then it would happen to you. Anyway, how we found each other? Well, you subscribers probably noticed that Katronanis does a bit of voice acting. She's got audition videos around there, and she's been in a few things. Well, at least she's going to be. I actually do the same thing, and I think we started right around the same time as well. It was around the end of February, start of March, that some of my subscribers were telling me that I was great in some of my Let's Plays because of some of the voice acting that I'd been doing. And so I found a forum called Voice Acting Alliance just by accident and decided to join it. And a couple of weeks later I saw someone else on there whose name I recognised. I didn't quite remember where from. And about a week later I realised, I've seen that name on YouTube. Yeah, because we did the same game once. You did Spyro the Dragon and so did I. And I think I once saw your name when I was doing a search for Let's Play Spyro the Dragon to see where my videos showed up. And yours were the first ones there, and I think mine were buried somewhere on page 5, so that was not too encouraging. Back then I only had about 40 subscribers, so it didn't matter too much. I wasn't that surprised. And so yeah, nothing. Didn't make anything of that. And then a couple of months later on Voice Acting Alliance, some strange trick of fate, some weird coincidence, we both happened to join around the same month.
And happened to try out for the same productions.
Yeah, well, pretty much in the same things, the Final Fantasy 7, 8 and 9. Which ones are you in?
I'm in 8 and 9, I think.
Yeah, I'm in all 3, but I'm only in a minor role in 8. I'm the guy, I'm Ward, he goes mute.
Oh yeah. I'm Adea in 8. And I'm Beatrix in 9. You got Zidane in 9.
What?
You got Zidane in 9. Good job. I know I got to say good job on that.
Well, I'm surprisingly enough Sephiroth in 7, which believe me made me fall out of my chair. If I had been in a chair, instead it just sort of made me flail around on the ground since I was already there at the time. But if I had been in a chair, I probably would have fallen out.
You know, you're gonna be labelled as Mama's boy now. You're a Mama's boy now.
Yeah, well, I'm actually kind of torn here because I think I've stumbled across one of the weirdest matchups in the history of actors. I'm playing both Sephiroth and Zidane.
Yeah, that is different.
Yeah. As to how that goes together, I've got no idea.
I'm playing pretty much dark characters. I'm playing Adea and I'm playing Beatrix, and then in the radio play I got not Ultimacia, Genova. I don't know why I thought Ultimacia.
I pretty much, for the same woman who does those dubs, is also doing a radio play 7, for those of you who don't know. I pretty much sent in my audition for Sephiroth the day before it ended, and I was thinking, well, considering how much she said she loved the voice, I'm probably going to get him. And sure enough, 2 days later, oh, I got him. Wow, I'm dying of shock.
I haven't seen her on Voice Acting Alliance much lately.
No, she's sort of vanished. She sent me an email once because I'm playing an extra in the start of 7. She was saying that the reason the first episode of Final Fantasy 7 dub is taking so damn long to get out is because one person, I think the person playing Jessie, has just sort of gone dead silent and hasn't given anything. Which is funny because I think a week after the whole thing started and we were cast, I think I was on the topic asking her why she was taking so long to get her lines in, and she was yelling at everybody saying that she had a busy life and would get them in a week. That was several months ago.
Yeah, I say she needs to be replaced soon.
Yeah, well, the woman that's doing the dub, I can't even remember what her name is now because I haven't seen her in ages, but she said she was going to recast her now. That was a couple of weeks ago, the last time she sent me an email, and since then a topic hasn't popped up. I'm on the site right now having a look at what's available. So there's nothing there. Maybe she's just busy in that. But
I'd plug your radio play, but there wouldn't be a point because the auditions would be done by the time this goes up.
Yeah, no real point there. That plus I've gotten around 6 auditions so far. I think I'm just going to put it on hold for a little while, especially since I'm busy with stuff. But yeah, by the time this goes up, I reckon hell will be a very cold place, and we'll all very likely be dead. You'll be your descendants uploading these videos in your place.
Yes, my children and my children's children will be uploading all of these videos.
And then in 1,000 years, someone will come across a time capsule with a
computer.
With a computer in it with all these videos. Interesting. And then they'll upload it for you. I'm pretty sure this time next year your backlog will be so big you'll have about, I don't know, a room full of external hard drives which barely even contain them. Just guessing based on how it's been going so far. I could be wrong.
Well, you have to remember that was just one game.
Oh my god. You'll have to have 2 houses. One's just a storage house for videos.
That's great.
See, that's the thing. You could do that if YouTube started paying us. Maybe $1 per subscriber times number of videos.
Good lord, I'd be making loads.
Yeah.
I've got over 1,000 videos.
And how many subscribers?
About nearly 3,000 at this point.
There we go. I've tricked her into giving exactly when this was recorded. It comes up in 3 years when she's got 20. Then we'll know just how big her backlog is.
They actually do know, at this point, they do know that my backlog is pretty big and it's only growing.
Well, when you say Merry Christmas to the viewers in September next year, well, then we'll know. Anyway. Well, what was I saying? I was saying something.
We were talking about Amaya and voice acting.
Yes, I know. I was about to say something about something I'm in, some voice acting thing, just to bring it up. Yeah, I'm in it's a sort of like a what should I call it? It's a mod for a game, but it pretty much changes the game completely. It's a total conversion mod, I think they call it. It's for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Yeah, playing Revan, who was the main character in the first game. Basically, you install it and it just completely changes the game and makes a whole different story. And just to give people an idea of how long these things take to make, I did the lines in April, and the guy says that the thing will be released by August 1st. So that's how long you have to wait sometimes to see your
I've actually got casted for a couple of machinimas. And one of them I got casted for because of another voice I auditioned with for another machinima. So that was kind of different. They basically PM'd me and asked me, will you do this? I said, sure. And basically they were like, yeah, the recording's not going to start till September, but here's your script.
You can just do it then.
Well, actually, I'm trying to get it done before that because university starts.
Well, I'm in a hole a heap of things. Like I've got at least around 15 or 16, 17 maybe different roles. Some of them I've got like 2 roles in anything. But for the most part, I haven't actually recorded much in the past few months because most of them are taking ages to get up. I think one of them's pretty much dead. Some of them, they only managed to cast half the people at first, and so yeah. Some people once told me, how are you on top of all of those? And I said, well, considering most of them I haven't done anything for yet, yeah, I am on top of the 3 things I've had to record for in the past 2 months.
See, my thing is none of them have sent me any scripts.
Yeah, same with me. Well, some of them have, but most of them haven't. But there's one thing, the deadline was March 31st for the auditions. They got the cast out, and it's now June, and the script for episode 1 was sent